I've always asked myself, is the world full of unloving people, or am I the one who attracts unloving, toxic people in my life? And now I know that most people don't love themselves. Let's talk about it. My name is Twist Miricho. Welcome to my channel. So glad you're here. Loving yourself is a broad topic, and I am sure that I cannot be able to speak about it enough. Relationship with ourselves is a mess and it's broken, and we need to really look at that. There's a notion in our minds since we were little children that we believe that we are a body that has a spirit, but actually we are a spirit that has a body. So what really matters is our spirit and our soul, what really is working out inside of us more than what is in the outside. What is in the outside is also important, but who we really are, at the core of who we are, is the spirit. When we talk about loving yourself, we don't mean stepping on everybody's toes to get what you want or just being plain selfish. It's actually the complete opposite. Loving yourself is about valuing yourself, choosing yourself, giving yourself attention, and being aware that you exist and that you are of importance. And I have divided this into 3 parts because we are made up of 3 parts: the body, the soul, which is the mind, and the spirit. When I say I love myself, then it means I love my body, I love my soul, and I love my spirit. And I am doing everything possible with my heart and my mind and my soul to make sure that I am really loving it. Because love is not feelings. It's not the feelings that we feel about ourselves. Like, I feel like I love myself. No, love is an action. The things that you do to your body to show that you love it, the things that you do to your soul to show that you love it, the things that you do to your spirit to show that you value and love it. And that is the things that we're going to be talking about. And so let us start with the body. What do you eat? Do you eat nutritious meals that are going to feed you and help you be able to function throughout the day, and not only throughout the day but also in your future? Because loving your body, loving yourself is about choosing meals that are good for your body, that are going to help your body to function right now, and not only to function right now but also to function in the future. So what are you eating? Is the choices that you make of food show that you actually love yourself? Number 2, exercise. Do you exercise? And I'm not talking about and I'm not trying to tell you to go and join the gym next week or train for the Olympics. No, I'm just telling you, make sure that you are stretching yourself so that at least you have strength, your body is functioning normally. Be versatile, to be strong, to have power. Number 3, self-care. And that's just normal self-care. I'm not telling you to go for facial. I'm just telling you to show that you love your body and you value your body. Then you need to at least bathe. Make sure that you bathe. Make sure that you brush your teeth. Make sure that you make your hair. Make sure that your nails are clean, your clothes are clean. It really shows that you value yourself. I mean, if we were invited for a wedding today, me and you, we are absolutely gonna make sure that we have bathed, we have brushed our teeth, because we have an occasion. And every day we have an occasion of you being alive and you being of value, and you need to wake up every morning and say, you know what? It's a good morning for me to bathe, for me to brush my teeth, for me to wear clean clothes, because that shows that you really love and value your body. 4, resting. I know that we are a hustle nation. I mean, people barely want to find themselves asleep. People barely take a nap because you feel like you are losing a lot of money when you're taking that nap, because your friends are doing better things with their lives, and therefore no resting. But let me tell you something, it is either you rest now or you're going to be redundant in the future. So it is so important, if you really love yourself, to rest. Make sure that you set time to work, challenge yourself to grow, and also set time to rest. Breathe and just feel and take a nap. Number 5, keep your brain active. Make sure that your brain is really active. Read a book, listen to a podcast, listen to a YouTube channel that's going to grow you. Join dance classes if you're a dancer. Join the gym if that is something that is in you. Do something that is going to make your brain be active. Because if you are just seated, dormant, doing nothing with your life, then I'm not sure how much you are choosing yourself and how much you are valuing yourself to love yourself enough. And now we move to the soul. How do we treat our souls to show that we actually love ourselves? Number 1 is, what environment are you letting yourself be in? What are you looking at? What are you listening to? Are the things that you're looking at and listening to show that you love yourself? Are you choosing yourself? Are they growing you? Are they making you be a better person? Or you're choosing to look at things that frustrate you, that bring such negative thoughts to yourself, that bring such negative things to yourself? So is what you're looking at, is what you're listening to, growing you in any way? What is the environment that you're keeping? What are the friends? Who are the friends that you are keeping in your environment? Are you choosing friends that speak positive vibes to you, or are you choosing friends that are literally negative? Friends that don't value you, friends that don't think you are good enough. They're just keeping you there because, you are the yes person in their lives. Who are the friends that you're keeping around? Because that shows if you value yourself, especially when it comes to friends, guys. Make sure that the friends that you keep around you, the environment that you're keeping around you, is an environment that is feeding you, that is growing you, that is valuing you, so that you can be able to be a better person. And it shows that you really have chosen yourself. You think that you exist and that you love yourself. What thoughts do you let go through your mind? Are you just that's also something that you need to think about. What are the thoughts that you let go through your mind? Because all thoughts that go through our minds are just thoughts. They're not facts. Sometimes when thoughts go through our mind, we really, it's like, agree with them. We agree with every thought, and we're like, any thought that comes to our mind, like if the thought says we're not enough, we're like, oh yeah, I think, there's no way I can have that thought if that's not true. And especially if you have that thought and somebody else has told you the same thing, then you know this must be true. And you should start reasoning with your thoughts, or just nullifying your thoughts. And if they're not in line with the word of God, then you need to nullify them, because they're not facts, because they're not true. What are the thoughts that you are letting in your mind and in your soul, and therefore feeding your spirit something that is not true, something that is not of God? Because at the end of the day, thoughts really, if you allow thoughts and you agree with thoughts, then they become strongholds, and then they become who you are. And somebody tries to tell you you are beautiful, and that's not something that you can believe, because you know for sure that thought came to your mind. Somebody spoke it, it came to your mind, you believed it, it became a stronghold. And therefore, if somebody tells you you're beautiful, that's not something that is true to you. And so it's so important, any negative thought, anything that is not in line with the word of God, make sure that you are canceling it and telling the thoughts that that is not true. I am beautiful, I am enough, I can do this, I can do that. Because sometimes I'm not a failure. Counter those thoughts. When they come to you, counter them and tell them, no, this is not true. And also stop perfectionism and stop trying to always be perfect. Sometimes wanting to be perfect really cripples you, because sometimes even you find that there are people who don't start things because they want them to be perfect before they start them. And really, I don't want to use the word perfection. I think excellence is achieved by doing it every single day. You do not become perfect, and I say it in quotes because I don't know if that is something that we are able to achieve as normal human beings, but we become perfect by practicing. And you cannot practice through planning and perfectionism. You practice it. You're making sure that every single day you are practicing what you want to perfect. And therefore, don't sit down and start saying, oh, I can't start this, I'm a failure, I can't do this, I don't think it's possible, okay, I need to plan, I need time to plan. You cannot keep planning. You cannot be planning for 6 months, you cannot be planning for 5 months. You need to start doing it. Even if you do not have enough, just start it, and then you're going to perfect as you go. Let me use the word excel. You're going to excel as you go. Number 2, have a grateful heart. Loving yourself is about accepting that God has done a great thing in creating you, in continuing to bless you, in continuing to make sure that you are growing, that you are safe, that you are protected, and just having a grateful heart that God created you, that God gave you an opportunity to come here on earth to be able to glorify Him in however He wants to be glorified. And so make sure that you are grateful every day. You have something to be grateful for. Even if you do not see it, just tell God, Father, I want to see something that I can be grateful for. Because sometimes you can have such an ungrateful heart to a place where you feel like there is nothing God has done. But just literally just blinking like this is something that we should be so grateful to God for. Because we really do not deserve some of the things that we have. It's just by the grace of God. Hi, this is Twist from the future. Sorry for cutting you short. Just here to let you know that I cut this video into 2 because it was a little too long for my comfort, but we're going to be watching the next part next week. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you loved any part of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let's continue with the soul and the spirit next week. How can we love ourselves? By loving our soul and by loving our spirit. Thank you so much.